$2,500 you could win in 51 minutes. All you gotta do is work out. That's it.
That's my mortgage.
That's it. 2,500. God. You're welcome. And thank you. I missed you guys. I thought I'd do a pre-Kill Taylor show today. I could have slept in after sleeping in a shitty hotel room last night. You know, it's funny. I need to be careful how I talk to my kids about hotel rooms too, because we went to this hotel room and it's like we got 2 connecting rooms and the beds were horrible and shitty and small. Two beds in each room, and they weren't even like, you know, if you're gonna, they were like single beds.
Ooh, uncomfortable.
And it's like I've never been in a hotel where there's 2 beds and they're 2 little beds. They're usually both like queen, or what's the one right below queen?
Twin?
Twin, yeah. And they were like they weren't
Or is it full?
what's the one below? There's a single, then there's this other one, then there's another one, and then there's a queen and a king. What are the beds?
It's standard, twin, twin XL, full, queen, king, California king. So you probably had a full.
So usually at least there's fools. These were smaller than fools.
Oh, so probably twins or twin XLs.
Yeah. Anyway, and I was like, God, this hotel room sucks. And the pumps in the showers to get all the goo were all broken and shit.
Great.
And then my kid said, have you ever stayed in a worse hotel room? And I'm like, oh yeah, like 1,000 times worse than this. But what's funny is I'm like so spoiled by all the places I've stayed in the last like 10 years that this room that's just a regular American hotel room, to me, that's ass, for them should be good. So I got to be careful. I mean, the hotel had a pool and an elevator that came. The elevator came quickly. That was really impressive. I mean, I've been in really nice hotels where you're sitting around like a dumbass waiting for the fucking elevator forever, and it's $1,000 a night for the room. This elevator always came, and the hotel was full, but you never had to wait for the elevator.
That's nice. That's a good sign.
Yeah, they were twin. They were like twin. No, they were fools. They were fools, and there were 5 of us. So I slept in a bed with Avi.
You guys probably barely fit in there still.
Yeah, and the problem is this: when you have like a 53-year-old male like myself who has an abnormally high level of testosterone of 7,500, I piss fire. And then you have a kid who's 11 years old in the same bed. If any parts of our body touch for more than 30 seconds, a pool of sweat forms. It is crazy. Like, he'll just have like his knee on my thigh and I'll feel like a pool of sweat start forming.
Oh, that's disgusting.
I don't know what it could be freezing in the bed. It could be freezing. It never happens with my wife, never. But these boys, if you fall, like if one of them falls asleep in my arm, it's like someone poured 5 cups of water on us in the first half hour.
That's brutal.
It's crazy.
I hate that feeling. I can't sleep when it's hot like that.
Wait till you have kids. It's every day. But when you fall, I don't like to wake up like that. I don't mind like if they fall asleep in my arm and I feel the sweat forming, I'll just go somewhere else. But I just push them off. But man, yeah, the pillows were disgusting. Old stains on the floor, bathroom.
Oh, awesome. Was this like a Holiday Inn or something?
No, it's the nicest hotel in Stockton. It's it is like a Holiday Inn, but it's some brand of hotel I've never seen before, and it's attached to the venue. That's why we get it. And the prices are exorbitant. I want to say it's like $400 per room per night, and then they charge us 40 extra bucks to park. And but the reason why Stockton's cool, afterwards we went out to dinner and I paid for everyone, and we took another family that helped coach the kids, and there were like how many of us were there? There were 8 of us. All of us got huge entrees, and the bill was $100.
That's it,
dude. A super nachos was $11.99. I got it. It was crazy. Fuck? I know, it's crazy.
That exists still? That's crazy.
Yeah, Stockton is so cheap, except for the hotel. Isn't that the poorest city in California? Maybe one of the poorest big cities. It feels like when I went to I think what's the capital of Oklahoma?
Oklahoma City.
Yeah. When I went to Oklahoma City, it felt like Oklahoma City. Like They have all these big government buildings everywhere, but everything's just empty and quiet. The streets, like, it's clean and it's like a movie set.
Yeah.
It's like an old movie set that's like they're just maintaining just enough. We all have diarrhea, but it was cheap. Yeah, I pissed my ass this morning. God, it felt so good to take a shit this morning.
Dude, I have been pissing water, shitting water, and throwing up for the past 2 days.
Wow, do you know what it is?
No clue. But my wife came home with it, and then she got, like, sent home from work, which is kind of a big deal,
Yeah.
and she had it for, like, 2 days, then immediately passed it on to me, and then I was just bedridden for, like, 2 days straight. It
Avi's
was the
been
worst.
Avi's been bedridden on and off for like 3 weeks. He'll just be hanging out and then all of a sudden just turn off. It's so weird. He didn't he got to the tournament, he's like, "I can't do it." I'm like, "Really?" He's like,
Mm,
"Hey, I have to go outside."
yeah.
And then he just turns off and he won't even talk. And at first I was like, "What the fuck's going on with this kid?" And then we had some people visiting and they said their kids have it now. This has been going on forever.
Really?
Yeah, what's crazy, I don't understand how I don't have it or no one else, like,
I don't know, it got passed to me immediately. Like, it was my wife was out, and then I was out the next day.
I do
It
have a
was
sore
terrible.
throat. I did wake up this morning with an incredibly sore throat.
Oh, that wasn't even part of what I had.
Yeah, he doesn't have that either. He does say he has some crazy mucus building up in his throat, though.
Hmm, that's weird.
Sevon, you mentioned a bunch of artists at Jiu-Jitsu. You know, if your average gym will take an autistic kid or you have to find a special gym thinking about signing up, no. Well, it depends on how autistic, but we definitely have some autistic kids in our gym. And there's a cohort of autistic kids I see. Um, I'm assuming they're autistic. I mean, I'm diagnosing them. They just act different. They act weird and they're really friendly they're really good looking. So if you're really good looking and really friendly, like awkwardly socially friendly, I start throwing you in as autistic. So there's definitely that like as long as the thing is as long as you're not disruptive, when I worked with autistic adults, they were disruptive. But as long as you can follow direction and you're not disruptive, they flourish in that setting. Like flourish. Uh, and they seem to handle losing much better than just regularly emotional train wreck kids. I sent Caleb a picture that he's going to pull up hopefully here soon in the middle of the story. I'll tell the story first. So I told you the story before. Hopefully I have time to fucking bash Hyrox too. I think I'm done with Hyrox. I think I was always sitting on the fence. I always thought maybe Hiller's gone too far. Like I didn't think he'd gone too far, but I was always watching. I was like, is this too much? Is this cool? Like maybe it's just good people are moving, but he finally convinced me last week. Like that thing needs to go away. That's a joke of that's a joke of an organization. The buckling carpets that he showed, but we'll get to that in a second. I'm done with them.
Okay.
I hope that like
Alright.
someone start up a competitor to Hyrox and put them out of business. They are a fucking joke. They're gonna hurt someone. They're a fucking pathetic joke. They're bad for the space. And last night I was also thinking that maybe WFP is really bad for the space too. Because of what
Really?
yeah, because Jenny posted something the other day, and if it's true, it really concerns me. Hiller had started making this argument, and I'm usually behind the curve of him and Sousa. Him and Sousa are usually sharing ideas with me that I think are, like, too far out there, and then I'd say 99% of the time they're true. Um, but, I wanna tell you about this first of all. I've told you the story before, so I'll tell it to you quickly. I was flying back from Las Vegas one time. This is many years ago. This is 20 years ago, and I was flying back on Southwest, and there was I was in a aisle that had just like 3 seats in it, and I sat down in my seat, and to the right of me, this obese man sat down, huge, huge, like what, like his shoulders were so broad they were on top of my shoulders like this,
Probably
or
needed 2 seats.
or I could have sat like this, yeah. And then next to me on the other side was a woman who was just as big, so their shoulders were like this on me.
Okay.
And and they both sit down, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, I came to this moment. I'm like, okay, I can either trip out or I can just go with it, you know. So I just went with it. I'm like, I don't even care. I just put my shoulders back. I didn't make room for them, and I let them just lay on me. And here I was, just touching, like, all I needed was a handy, and it was an orgy. I mean, we were on top of it. They were on top of me. Do you know what I mean?
Right. You could go
Like
skiing
like
on them.
like if I was like I could have been sexually aroused by it. That's how much they were on me. You know what I mean?
Damn.
Yeah. So I'm sitting there and I'm covered like that, and I just go to sleep, and I'm totally cool with it. I'm like, hey, if they don't care, I don't care. Fuck it. Like, I'm going to sleep. So I
Sure.
recline my seat back the 3/4 of an inch that the seat goes back. So I go from here to
You
and
recline the seat, dog?
and I fall asleep, and
I guess that's an exception.
about 20 minutes before I land, I wake up, and I realize somehow a conversation strikes up, and I realize that they're together, that they just went to Vegas to get married.
Wow.
And I'm
Cool,
like,
good for them.
and I say, oh my God, I'm so sorry. You should have said something to me. I would have moved to a different seat. And they're like, no, we don't want to sit by each other.
Why not?
And it was this huge, like, wow, wow. I like, wow. Wow.
Why would you not wanna
So,
sit together?
could have been, were you Adam? Adam, you're not asking the questions here about my route. You're get your own fucking podcast. That's that. So only she was arousing me. So
Mm.
yeah, you were their wedding gift to each other. Yeah. So I was what was I doing in Vegas? I was filming. It was some arm wrestling thing I was filming. Some arm wrestling thing I was filming. I can't remember. So I yesterday, there is this beautiful stadium in Stockton. I cannot believe Stockton has a facility like this. It's called like the Advent Center. It's beautiful. It's big. It's clean. It's awesome. I think it's a Jiu-jitsu World League throws the event. The event's absolutely beautiful. Easy to weigh in. Easy to sign in, and thousands of people there. Massive brackets. Just a really cool event. Super well lit. Parents can get really close, but on the end, the stadium doesn't wrap around the end, and the way a jiu-jitsu tournament works is there's just mats down the center of the stadium. Imagine like a hockey rink, and down the middle are just all the mats. So there's a mat on each side. So one side of the stadium is facing one mat, and the other side of the stadium is facing the other mat. So they go in twos, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and there's 20 of them. So it's a
Okay.
row of 10 mats, 10 on each side. So
Okay.
if your kid's on one side, you walk around to that side of the stadium to watch. If your kid's on the other side, and they let you come right up to the edge of the mats. The mats are pushed up against, like, I guess, the edge of the hockey rink, right? On each side. And then in the middle are where all the judges and scoring is. So, on the very end, the seats don't wrap around. So there's a group of seats where parents sit, where they're trying to view 3 mats. So if your kids are going and they're going to mat 1, 2, or 3, the section for you to sit in is really small because the seats don't wrap around the stadium. Everywhere else, there's plenty of room. And so basically, the unspoken rule is your kid fights and then you get up and move back. It's like getting your luggage. You're supposed to stay back from the carousel, and then when your luggage comes, you go forward. Because if everyone takes 3 steps back from the carousel at the airport, everyone can get around it. But if everyone pushes up against the carousel, people can't get up to it. It's
Right.
really fucking simple. I have a Coke nail. Normally, I have 2 Coke nails, but one broke off. Usually, it's the right hand that breaks off from playing Frisbee, but I don't know what happened to the left one. Yeah, the Coke nail is, where's that comment? Sevan has a Coke nail. Oh, yeah. I don't even recognize your name. Another Mexican. That's good.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, vato. So I go down there, and there's 4 seats at the very end of the stadium, 4 seats, and pushed up against the edge of the stadium, and seat number 1 where there's no one else who can sit next to him except going the other direction, is this enormously fat Latino guy. I was going to say Mexican, but I don't want to bury all Mexicans. So a giant, fucking enormous Mexican guy. And then there's 3 empty seats. So I say to him, as I'm coming down and my kids are getting ready to go, I say, hey, can I sit in this seat? It's the 4th seat. So there's 2 seats away between me and him.
Okay.
And I say, hey, can I sit in this seat? And he says, it's going to be really uncomfortable. And I don't know what he's referencing. What I think he's referencing is some other fat motherfucker is going to come sit somewhere. I'm assuming 2 more fat motherfuckers are going to come sit there, and it's going to be uncomfortable. So I say, okay, and I sit in it. And in my brain, I'm thinking, if these fuckers come, I'm going to be courteous and I'm just going to stand up.
Sure.
Right? And it's packed, dude. There's thousands of people there. So I'm sitting there. So as soon as he says that, he starts texting. And I think in my brain, oh, he's texting someone to say, hey, some fucking asshole has sat in our seats.
Yep.
5 minutes later, this lady comes down. I can hear her coming down. Go-dum, go-dum, go-dum. And I
can
feel
hear her breathing.
Yeah. Yes, all that. And I hear this there's a tap on my shoulder. And I look up and it's this fucking enormous Jabba the Hutt looking fucking black lady. Her. Yes.
Mm.
Yes. And
Oh,
she says to me, excuse me. So I stand up and I think she's going to go in at least 2 seats. She still wouldn't have to sit next to the fat Mexican, right?
Sure.
Because there'd be a space between him and her. I thought she would just go into, because there's 4 seats. So the fat Mexican sitting here and I'm sitting here. I thought she could sit here. I stand up and she goes in and she falls into the seat with like a thud. I feel the ground shake.
Oh.
And she knows I'm sitting there and she's not sitting. She clearly wasn't sitting there. Like, she was sitting in this seat. And so now she's taken this seat.
You're kidding.
I don't say anything. I take a step down and I sit on my wife was sitting in the seat in front of me. So I just sit on the arm of her seat, right? On the aisle. She waits a few minutes and then she gets up and sits in this seat. So basically it was just a fuck you.
100% fat privilege.
Total fat privilege, dude. And hey, just so you know, like everywhere I go, it's happening. Like when you're in this, there's so many fucking fat people here. So like everywhere I go,
Fat black privilege, actually.
Well, no, fat Mexicans too, but probably the blacks get more. Like even like when we left the stadium, when I went to get in my car, I couldn't get in my car because there was a fucking 6'3", 400-pound Mexican dude with a backpack on, working on doing something at his car that made it completely impossible for me and my kids to get to my car. Completely oblivious to us, and we just stand there for 3 minutes. And like 10 times when he swung his backpack around, he hit my side mirror. So when I get to my car, my side mirror is like, it's one of those Honda ones, those breakaway ones, and it's broken away.
Awesome. Love that.
So, it's just fucking everywhere. When you go in the bathroom, you know, those big stadium bathrooms, you're supposed to go in the right and then out the left, and there's always someone obese standing there and you can't get by him.
Yep.
So it's fine. Like I normally don't even care. Like usually in my brain, it's like, hey, no one wants to be that fat, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? I'm not mad at them. I'm not like, I'm not hating on them. Like no one wants to be that fat. So this lady gets up and moves over a seat. And 2 minutes after she moves over, this enormously fat white lady sits next to her. And she's not with the fat black lady. And I had a smile on my face that was so fucking big. It was amazing. And and to tell you the truth, the whole time I was there, I was trying to think of ways that I could interact with that black lady, in a nice way. Because I had actually been inspired by Trump and Mamdani, how Trump had handled Mamdani.
Yeah.
So I was kind of like,
it's okay, you can say it.
Yeah. But I couldn't think of any way to interact with her. But when I left, I grabbed all my stuff and she hadn't moved the whole time. Hadn't cheered. Just every once in a while she'd talk to the Mexican dude, like say like 3 words to him. Like just minimal effort. Past the Starburst. Popcorn.
God.
Oh, earlier, I just remembered this earlier when we were sitting in some other seats, this, other enormously fat Mexican woman, you know how their bodies get? The fat's just around the gunt.
Yeah,
So she had these tiny fucking stick legs, this fucking
and they're
82
really
inch
bowed in.
82-inch midsection, and then
Yeah,
this,
yeah, yeah.
and she was so fucking nice, but she came in and out 3 times with food, and the final time she came in, she spilled ketchup on me. I didn't I was just like,
Oh, dude.
yeah, and there was ketchup all on the ground. Every time she came in with a new platter of food. She was crazy nice, but it was like,
That's so much money, especially at one of those events.
oh,
Because
so much
everything
money.
you buy a platter of hot dogs and chips or whatever, and it's like $20.
I bought an $18 fucking thing of warm popcorn for my kids in between their matches.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I was gonna get a Monster, but it wasn't sugar free, and I just didn't want to take a massive dollop of sugar, but the Monster was like $8.99 for a can.
dude.
So, but
Fucked.
when I left, I looked at that lady, the Jabba the Hutt lady, and I said, "Have a good day," and she's like she flexed every muscle in her body.
I bet you wish I was sitting there right now, huh?
Yeah,
Instead of sitting next to a fucking radiator.
I'd have loved to sat next to you. So that was in great tournament. Kids did well. Kids did great. You'll see the matches on Avi's vlog 3 Playing Brothers. Probably now we filmed 2 tournaments and we haven't even shown either of them yet. He has so much footage compiled.
Holy shit.
Some
That's
epic fights. The first hour we were there, I saw 2 kids get taken away by the medics. It was stressful.
really?
I saw, yeah,
For what was it? Do you
just
know?
shit, just shit. One of the kids, Ari took an eye poke and they stopped the match, and then and they had a medic come over and look at his eye and then restarted the match.
Damn.
Yeah, I was processing this morning. I think if you're gonna practice jiu-jitsu, you have to go to tournaments, but on the other hand, man, it is, god damn, the shit is violent, especially as they get better and better and better. And there are some just crazy high level kids there. I always trip too. How are there so many good kids there? Because I know all the work my kids put in, and I
Mhm.
always think they're gonna go and just absolutely obliterate people. And people, there's like they war.
Like there are
They
kids that are like pretty similar in
dude,
ability.
crazy.
Hmm.
Joey was kicking the shit out of this kid. This kid was so fucking good. And then in the last 20 seconds, he put him in a Kimura. It looked like he was gonna break his shoulder. And then Joey rolled through it, but the kid held on to it and got the win, got the submission.
Wow.
It was crazy. But he got the most match. Usually you only get 2 or 3 fights in gi and 2 and 3 fights in no gi, and he got 4 in gi and 4 in no gi, which was pretty cool. They're gonna be so sore this morning.
Are they really? Like is that pretty normal for them? Like
Yeah,
after hard
yeah,
training or
they're gonna
wow.
be, just imagine for 3 minutes just doing max lifts. You're either pushing as hard as you
Oh.
can with your legs, you're pulling as hard as you can with your hands. I saw, just now when I was showering, Ari came in the bathroom and took a piss, and I go, "Are you sore?" And he goes, "Yeah, forearms." He said, "My entire back is so sore."
Damn.
Yeah.
That's brutal.
Yeah, some nasty practitioners out there. Yeah, it was crazy. They had their bump slap, bump slap, water bottles. Thank you, Corey, for sending those. They love those. I wish they carried the gallon size around and just shared 1 gallon size, but Corey sent them their own separate 3 water bottles, which they love, but I hate, because now I'm like, I lost a water bottle 25 times. You know what I mean?
Nice.
"Oh, shit, I left
Hell
the
yeah.
water bottle somewhere." Oh, shit. So that was that. Uh, Pivot over to, by the way, $2,500 today in Kill Taylor. That'll be up at 8 AM. I don't even understand the workout. I tell you what it was, but I don't even understand this. There's something that's called running and jumping rope and crossovers. Running, I think that's what I read.
Let's see. I'll
Did
pull
you
it up.
read that? Running.
Running crossover single unders.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that is.
Yeah, I've never even I get have you ever done running single unders?
No.
It's just like one legged. It's like you're walking through the double unders. But I guess you can
Oh.
do the crossover at the same time.
Oh. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've done that.
Okay.
Okay.
Interesting. And then
Jeremy Eat World, super gay. Well, for $2,500, time to do something super gay.
that's right.
Sounds like a NorCal workout. Oh boy.
Some OG
Oh
CrossFit
boy.
shit.
It's a jump 1 foot at a time with crossovers. Speed steps. Yeah, I like that. That sounds a little more. Jeremy, I've done Gare. There you go. I want to look at Andrew Hiller's post with Hyrox. The thing with Hyrox is Hyrox is this CrossFit workout where you do a CrossFit. It's basically like a hero wad. You run 800 meters, and then it's like a hero workout that takes anywhere from like 50 minutes to 2 hours, depending on your skill level. And you do you run, and then you do something like wall balls, and then you run some more, and you do something like the ski erg, and then you run some more, and you push a sled, and it's just basically a hero wad. And it's cool. It's cool, I guess, as an event, like the marathon is cool, or the half marathon, or the turkey trot, or the 5K. A bunch of people show up, they pay money, they do an organized event, you get to hang out. You do it, they give you a time, you probably get like some sort of medal or like coin or something for accomplishing it. I don't know what you get. And thousands of people, I guess, show up and they do it. And the problem is that the with it is in the marathon, all you have to do is stay on the course, I think. And then it doesn't matter. And there's probably some other rules. You probably can't get on a bike or get in a car. You just have to, but you can run or you can walk. You could run backwards. Like the movement standards in a marathon are pretty, you could probably crawl. It's probably just traversing, just using your body. I'm guessing the rules of a marathon. This Hyrox thing, because of the movement standards, because of all the different movements, you would think there would be some movement standards. Like maybe if it's a sled push, you couldn't pull the sled. If it was a wall ball, you would have to squat to parallel or below parallel. The broad jumps, maybe like they have a broad jump section that maybe both feet would have to come off the ground at the same time. There would have to be like something. And if not, I guess that would be fine too. If there was no movement standards, it's just like, hey, move this object that looks like a sled from point A to point B any way you want. And then maybe just have a rule that you can't have any help. Or the wall ball is just like, hey, this ball has to touch your hand and the target alternating 50 times. It doesn't matter whether you squat or not. I don't know what they have in their rule book. I haven't seen the rule book. But the problem comes is where they have judges. So as soon as they have judges, I have to assume there has to be some sort of standard, like the broad jump, both your feet come off the ground, or the squat, you have to squat to a certain distance, or the ball actually has to hit the target to get a rep to move on to the next station.
Sure.
And I think we even saw Hunter McIntyre got one of the rules that I think he broke is he pushed one of his competitors, like a competitor bumped him. And so he pushed one of his competitors. So I guess they have a rule that you can't. Did he get in trouble for that? I think his team did lose their prize money or something.
Correct. Yeah.
So they do somewhere enforce some rules. They have some rules. And sometimes you see people, Andrews post videos where people are getting upset at referees for judging them. And then other times we're just seeing absolutely movement that doesn't look anything that we're familiar with as CrossFitters, especially around the wall ball. I'm also going to, and I apologize, I wish I knew more before I could heavily critique it. But I also assume that these Hyrox events, I don't know how many there are every year, but let's say there's 10, and they're all around the globe. I think it's the same people setting every single one up, meaning the Mayhem Classic is its own separate entity, or WFP is its own separate entity. So if something happens at WFP, you don't blame the mothership. And every event at a CrossFit event is completely different. There's no two events that are the same. Everything, the floor could be this way, the vertical could be horizontal. You could be doing the GHDs with a rule where your butt's over the seat, behind the seat. Like there's a ton of moving parts. It's not football where it's the same field and same rules every single time. The NFL knows what they need to do. They know they have rules around the turf and the floor. Did I get frozen?
Yeah, you are frozen.
But you can hear me?
Yep.
Have you ever seen me get frozen in 5,000 shows like this?
No, but it is a good way to be frozen. It's you're dictating something.
How about
Oh,
can
oh.
you hear me?
Now your screen is black, but yeah, I can hear you still.
Okay. All right.
This is weird.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Leave and changes may not. I'm going to leave the studio.
Okay. Well, yeah, Fergie, I do always look frozen. Because generally I am frozen. Let's see.
And I'm back. Oh, did my camera?
Maybe now he's still black.
Wait, can you hear me?
I can still hear you.
Maybe this is the best view of me. I turn my camera.
No.
Wow, this is really what is going on?
This is weird.
Maybe I should.
It didn't even give you like the my camera's about to die notification.
I'm trying.
Very, very interesting.
I'm trying something. I'm unplugging all the video stuff. You can still hear me? Look,
yep, still hear you.
I'm pulsating. That sucks. I was on a great run.
You were. That was good.
Camera on. Check. Okay, well that's a good sign.
Oh.
That's a good.
Oh, there you go. No memory card. There we go.
Okay.
There you go.
So they don't have AstroTurf problems at the NFL. They don't have floor problems in the NBA. It's the same shit over and over and over. And Hyrox is the same thing. And I believe it's the same governing body that does all of their shit. It's the same like cohort. It's like there's this mothership and they set up all of these events. It's just like when the games move, like they know. And there could be things that like are completely out of their ability to control, God things. You know what I mean? Moisture on the ground,
sure.
The sun moving over, an there's been complaints at CrossFit about how half the field is sunny and half the field is shaded. And so some of the athletes had to work out in heat and some of them got to work out in the shade, things like that. So I've been always rationalizing the Hyrox fuck ups. Well, at least they have people moving.
Sure.
But then this happened. And fuck these guys. We are 5 years fucking in to Hyrox, right? Is that how far we are in?
Yeah, that seems right.
Fuck these guys. This done. I'm like you are look at do you see the floor buckling? Someone's gonna fucking hurt themselves, dude. That's gonna get caught on something and someone's gonna fuck their knee up or something. This is crazy, dude.
And that's the same turf that they use for like all the other movements too.
This is
so if
like
it's shifting around.
You haven't figured out the floor yet? You haven't figured out the floor? 5 years in and you don't know how to do the floor yet for the sled push and you do 10 events a year and you're 5 years in? That's the thing. This hasn't that's the thing. If this happens at the Mayhem Classic, you're like, okay, maybe they don't know. At least they have a fucking excuse. If this happened at NorCal, maybe they don't know. Remember the thing where they pushed last year they pushed the golf cart?
Yeah, the side by side. Yeah.
Like, hey man, like I get it. Like each event is new movements, new implements, but Dude, their shit is the same shit every fucking time. This is bonkers to me. It's beyond amateur hour. It's as bad as those hotel room photos that Taylor sent, where there's like cum shots on the lamp. This is cum shots on the lamp. This is pubes in your bed when you go to a hotel. This is so bad. This isn't they're not even remotely serious. And how did you not test this? How did you not see this and been like, "Oh fuck." And hey, you know what's crazy? At a CrossFit event, if they saw this, they could pivot. They could be like, "Okay, we're not doing a sled push. You have to carry. We're going to do a shuttle run where you have to and you have to move the weights from one side of the floor to the." You could pivot. They can't even fucking pivot because they're stuck in their thing.
I mean, you can. It's so easy to solve this. You just get carpet tape.
You think that would have done it?
100%. Carpet tape is very sticky, and you just throw it underneath all those turf strips. It's a lot of effort. It's like an extra, like, I don't know, what is that, 20-yard segment or something like that. You just gotta get a fuckload of it and put it on there.
I saw so many athletes get their ankles rocked going around the sleds in Chicago narrow. Yeah, it is. For them to still be having problems like that, I mean, that's not even. I don't know how you justify that.
Right.
They're done. They're a joke. They're not serious. They're not even remotely serious. That's like I expect that like at my local affiliate.
Right. But this is an international competition that thousands of people sign up for every time.
I think I see that, and I think every world record at Hyrox that they have is invalid. Everything that they do, I don't even trust that their clocks are fucking synced up right. I don't. They're a joke. They're done. They're like. I prefer. Do you know what Sousa's doing for the next 48 hours?
What?
I'll let him tell you when he comes on Kill Taylor. It's way more valid than what fucking Hyrox is. He's given himself a birthday challenge.
Oh wow.
They're done. I'm done. I have no sympathy for them anymore. I don't think that they can. They have to throw away all their leadership. They're done. Everyone there is a joke. If you're affiliated with Hyrox, you're a fucking joke now to me. And they're making crazy money. People paying to do this and get a photo crossing the finish line.
Woohoo! And there's so many people they get all these patches and they just throw them on their backpack like, oh my god, look what I did. Like, I finished a Hyrox event.
Yeah, just go to your local affiliate and ask them if you can do Murph. This is
you'd be held to a standard and it'd be a better workout.
Yeah, this is absolutely pathetic. All right. Love you guys. I will see you. Caleb and I will see you in 13 minutes. Kill Taylor, $2,500. Thanks for hanging out this morning. See you later. Bye-bye.
My rat is on Ozempic. What? Can you tell? It's actually not Ozempic, but you're not going to understand what this thing is. It's called Triple G, otherwise known as retatrutide. Now I know what you're thinking. Your rat isn't fat. Your rat is on testosterone. Why would your rat need a weight loss drug? It doesn't. And actually, nobody really needs it. It was intended for people with type 2 diabetes. The same way that Rogaine and Viagra were made for people with blood pressure issues and ended up making you grow hair and making you weak. The side effect of Ozempic, tirzepatide, and now retatrutide is dramatic weight loss. I've been using this stuff for about 6 weeks now. I started at 196 and now I'm at 185. It works. I know you're probably pissed, but my lab rat was curious. My lab rat wanted to see what this Triple G was all about. It wanted to see the thing that's making all these changes for all these people. The same way that lab rats are using testosterone, BBC 157, TB 500, melanotan, sermorelin, and ipamorelin, the rat figured it would be nice to speak from experience. That rat will be using Triple G for the next 12 to 16 weeks. If you want to do what that rat's doing, you can go check out Biomax Peptides. Get your own